Hello and welcome to another Let's Play. Me, GamerWolfSix of Tavern of Spear. Before we start, if you're interested in playing this game, you can get it free on itch.io. And if you want to support the people that make this game and don't get the newest version earlier, then you can go to Patreon, where it's $3 a month. So, and the last Let's Play, we got some thread for the Yin so they could repair the thing, and then went dungeoning. Because, you know, dungeons. We're an explorer, it's what we do. So I went through this entire area, and now we're going deeper. The pyramid turns out to not be a pyramid at all. The whole thing is made out of wood. I guess reset my face too? Circling around the structure, you find a hole that lets you peer inside. There's a giant bell in there. It's a bell tower. Should I head down there? Or here? Just be sure, you sniff the air and pick up Philo scent. Flow scent. Is that how you say it? Whatever took him definitely went in this direction. There could be more dangerous monsters looking down below. You have to be sure that you're ready to go. Get more XP. I mean, I guess we can just yeet out, right? I got more rope. Using the rope, you climb downwards. You enter the top of the clock tower. The moment your feet meet the floor, a thick plume of dust shoots up into the air. You cough and cover your nose. I didn't think there would be some kind of big underground city thing going on, but okay. Hopefully, we're not going to be missing any of the possible war content, though. Waving away the dust, you look around for a way down. You peer through the large hole in the middle of the room. Down below lies the bell you saw earlier. What thing? That thing looked closer before. Jumping down isn't going to be an option. I need more rope. Just then, you spot a partition in the floor just across from you. You head over to open it to find a ladder leading down. The ladder looks and feels old, but you'd rather take your chance going down than stay up in this blistering humid room any longer. Does humid air rise? I think it falls. You head down the ladder and get 10 XP, or AP. What's this? On your way down the stone spiral stairway, you stop your tracks as the view in front of you enthralls you. The entire landscape is bathed in ice-cold light. Up ahead, a majestic structure beckons your adventurous soul. Is that a castle? All this time, all of this has been beneath the forest. You take a minute to absorb the view before continuing your walk downwards. Gain more XP. You climb down to a lower floor. There's nothing inside here, but it does lead to a flight of stone stairs that'll take you even further downwards. You ascend further. You head all the way down. The heat from the poorly ventilated clock tower has you drenched in sweat. Here lies the bell that used to be on top of the clock tower. As you approach it and place a hand on its cool metal surface. What's that? Just behind the bell, you see what looks like a collection box. What are the chances there'd be some coin in there? If only this bell wasn't in the way. The gap is too small for me to squeeze through, though. But if I'm strong enough, I should be able to pull the bell a bit to the side for me to fit. Do you want to try and move the bell? Sure. Hit. Strength check success. You grab the bell by the sides and pull as hard as you can to the left. The bell refuses to move. You clutch the side of the bell harder, and with a mighty roar, you focus all your strength into your arms and legs. Slowly, the metal barrier begins to move. You hear the sound of wood breaking in front of you as the bell moves, but you pay no attention, no heed, and pull harder. Once the bell moves aside, you have enough space to pass through. You jump over the trench in the floor you made, and make your way to the box. With your sword, you break open the box. You get 138 coins, and XP. And 2 AP now. Adventures level 1? Wait. Oh, right, you can't rewind. I guess history? You get 1 AP, you have 2 now. Anything here? Clock. You exit the clock tower. Wow. You stand in awe of your surroundings. Everything is bathed in gentle blue glow. Looking up, you can see the walls of the entire cave are lined with glowing fungus and moss. To your right is a mighty structure you saw before. It's a castle. Its rooftops extend upwards, almost touching the ceiling of the cave. The wall that surrounds the cave is in disarray. There are cracks that run along it, scars from previous battle. You notice that a few feet in front of you is the edge of a cliff. Wherever you are, you best mind your step. You take out Flo's gloves and sniff it to make sure you're on the right track. His scent leads you straight forward. It doesn't look right at all. Flo's scent, though faint, seems to be coming from across the abyss. You get as close as you can to the edge of the cliff and peer downwards. All you can see are broken remains of a city. He's somewhere down there? Or is he? You turn towards the castle. If he is, there has to be a way down from that castle. You draw your sword and head into the castle grounds. You freeze at the sight of a pile of skulls and bones gathered into a pile. A pile of skulls and bones gathered into a pile. Human bodies. Approaching the pile, the skulls are covered in a thick layer of dust and cobwebs. The fur down your back stands on end as you turn towards the castle entrance. Clutching your fists, you will yourself to move forward. You gain more stuff. You reach the entrance to the castle. Taking a minute, you observe the grand archway above you. The sheer size of the building is overwhelming, as though a looming presence is watching you. You enter a wide and deserted courtyard. Everything from the walls to the floors and the fountain in the heart of the courtyard has been reclaimed by glowing moss. Ooh, we can get this moss. The fur on your arm stands on end. There's a strange scent permeating the air, like death and something darker. You come upon what looks like a man-made pond. Glowing white lilies float above the waters. A large lily pads that grow beneath the flowers cover the bottom of the pond. Your eyes are drawn to a large rock that sits in the middle of the pond. From there, you can make out the words Sage, Thieves, Knight, and Priest etched in stone. You have no idea what they mean, but you feel at ease here. You can set up a campfire here. But we won't, or do we? Yeah, we're good. It's a wall of dense bushes. Nothing needs to pay attention. The door is locked. Just above the doorknob, you see a symbol in the shape of a leaf. Walking forward, you become more aware of the emptiness of the castle. All that can be heard are the sounds of your footsteps against the earthen floor. There's a dark stain splattered across the floor. Dried blood, perhaps? Broken potteries and faded paintings lie scattered in random bushes and across the floor, as though people were in a rush to grab everything inside the castle and had to leave in a hurry. You gain more XP. You come across a harrowing sight. Skeletons of the inhabitants before lie sprawled across the courtyard in the same position they were killed in. You approach a skeleton with a rusty sword piercing the back of his skull. Poor bastard probably didn't even see it coming. The clothes it wore have blackened, and some of the moss even grew over the skeleton. Still, there's no pattern you can see with those deaths. There's a pair of skeletons lying across from each other to your sight. One is wearing metal armor that bears a faded crest that used to be painted on it, while the other one is dressed in regular clothes that resemble that of a lowly servant in a castle. What is... Was it some kind of coup? To your left, the skeleton is of a woman's dress, and a dagger lies buried in its chest. In its arms are smaller bones, and a skull that could only belong to a baby. Man, why did this game have to be dark? You face ahead. There's a giant door, tall enough to fit an entire tavern. Large, heavy-looking chains crisscross from one side of the door to the other, with one massive lock holding it in place. As you look at the door, your eyes widen at a horrifying sight. It looks like a translucent but disembodied hand floats gently mid-air, just right outside the door. Upon focusing your eyes, you notice that it's waving at you. You hold your breath as the rest of the figure appears like a drawing in midair. In seconds, its form is complete. A creature whose face is distorted like a painting. Someone rubbed their hands over, dressed in jester's clothing, waves at you to come to him. A cold shiver travels down your spine. At the back of your head, you know him to be a ghost. He jumps about, letting the bells in his hat shake energetically, but there is no sound. You gulp. A sense of dread fills your stomach. Something tells you that if you want to get to flow, you need to head over to that figure. Or experience. You stand at arm's length from the dancing figure. What are you? A visitor! A visitor! A visitor for the king! He performs a backflip and claps vigorously in the air. What are you talking about? What king? Oh, you must be here to audition to be one of the troop's members. He spins around and jumps one leg to another. Please stop moving around, ghost. A ghost? You think I'm a ghost? Well, I have been eating less lately. I'm practically skin and bones. You're the ghost. What's with this your pale white complexion? Haha. Me? No, not even that. He really is a ghost. Why is he acting like I'm the crazy one? Look, I don't have time to argue with you. I came looking for someone, and I need to get to the lower city. Well, you see, something strange has happened. I lost my badge. That's not... Heck, almost half of us here have lost our badges. So be a dear and bring me a badge. Doesn't really matter which one. Where exactly am I gonna find this badge of yours? Definitely not here. I checked the courtyard, and there's not a single badge left. You might find one over in the church or the residential area. He points to your left. Or maybe there are a few soldiers, barracks, or where the scholars usually work at. He points to your right. Fine, I'll be back. Good luck, haha! Good luck. He waves you away and does a jig while you walk away from him. Well, let's go here first. You pass through the broken door. The moment you step through to the other side, a strange alien feeling of dread grips your heart. What is this? With clutching the left side of your chest, you look around for what could be causing this, but find nothing. Curiously, you walk inwards. Gain more XP. You stop in the middle of a long hallway. Turn to the right, you see what looks like an empty room filled with dusty pews. You turn to your left. Ah! A horrific face appears right in front of you. Ah! You fall on your butt and wave your hands frantically in front of you to shield you from... nothing? Holy fisting! The specter is nowhere to be found. What is this? You stand up and hear the faint sound of children laughing in your ears. You turn in every direction to find the source of laughter, but there's no one here but you. Fuck this, I better get out of here quickly. Looking upwards, you see the roof is broken. You gain more stuff. This seems to be the less area, so here, door is locked. On top of the keyhole is the symbol of a lion. A wall of rubble blocks the way forward, and you find another way. Maybe there's something in this room that can help me get past to the other side. You enter the room, with a mattress on the floor and a single pillow. Next to the mattress is a note. Brios. Your mother and I have decided that your skills would be better used if you join the King's Men this night. My son, This is the best choice for you considering how you excel physically. This would also be good for our family's honor. If you are accepted among the king's men, I can keep our business alive with the help of many aristocrats that adorn the king's courts. Do this for our family. Bairos. Signed, Father. Anything else here? Nope. Enter what looks like a bedroom. Underneath the bed, you find a box of props. Inside, some worn out, jingling bells, a jester's hat, and a broken bell. And it looks like it contains some jokes inside. You don't find the jokes written that funny. You walk around when you feel a loose towel under your feet. Moving the tile away, you find a diary hidden beneath it. The writing inside the diary is difficult for you to understand. The writer keeps referring to a Lady Maria, and the writing can go off in tangent every few sentences. The last record, however, the story is very clear. Lady Maria, you would not believe the day I've had. Everyone was killing and robbing the rich worms in the castle just as planned. I thought I could have taken advantage of the chaos and swiped as many valuables as I can before leaving. But then, guess what I found in the Knight Commander's office? Oh, what joy! With a swipe here and a cut there, a chance for me to not just be rich, but to live like a literal king. Now, I've got a lovely new badge. I won't be needing 2 badges. The story will be too complicated. Best get rid of it. The queen's corpse hasn't been found, but we'll find it soon, with the knights out of the way. She is foolish to try and stop us. I'm sorry, Lady Maria. I must leave you here. No one must know my dirty little secrets. I will think of you when I'm in the arms of my new father. You drop the book and recoil upon reading what the author recorded. You leave the room. Okay, so fight the jester because he's a cunt. As you approach the entrance to the dark space, a phantom emerges from the ground and attacks you. Give me your... Holy Fist! Does normal attacks do anything? Okay. Oh, we have to do that every... Okay, shield. Holy Fist! Yay. Magic attack? And a powerful blow, causing the phantom to scream and swivel like a dried up fruit. The form shrinks and disappears from view. You get ectoplasm. Into the prayer hall. Your eyes widen at the sight of rows of skeletons sitting in the pews. Their bones are bathed in blue glow of the moss glowing on the side of the walls. Once again, you hear this faint sound of children laughing. You get more XP. This dusty podium. You take a minute to survey your surroundings. From where you stand, you can see carvings of tiny people along the ceiling walls. It seems to depict the things the people here used to do. Farmers carrying crops from place to place, people buying goods from the marketplace, and the lines of people gathering to bow to their king. All the skeletons that lie before you. You can only imagine what their lost thoughts were. You mean last thoughts were? As they tried to find safety here. There's nothing here of interest. Agility check success. Wait, what's this? Your hand feels around beneath the podium on top until you touch a circular bulge. You press a button. Click. You hear a loud rumble from the left side of the hall. The locked door is now open. You enter the room. The castle crypt has only 2 coffins inside. On one of each side of the altar that sits in the middle of the room. You find a piece of paper on top of the coffin. They appear to be the same written document that just made into a couple of copies. It reads, fellow jesters, bards, fire eaters, and poets of the king. We all know of the strange event that has befallen the castle. People's badges have gone missing, and the king is on the loose. Those blasted knights only care about protecting the nobles, giving them all the replacement badges, and leaving us to fend for ourselves. Our lives are in jeopardy if the king finds us without our badges. I say, we take what's ours from those filthy nobles and protect ourselves. Maybe by the kryptonite, and together we will take what's rightfully ours. The jester. So the performers in the castle formed a coup. Still, I doubt their powers alone would bring the castle to such a state. You approach the altar and find a key to open it. On top of it, pick the key. It's a beautiful jewel in the shape of a crown. You obtain the jewel key. You walk over to the other coffin. The lid appears to be slightly ajar. You push open the coffin lid, and it falls with a heavy thud. Inside there's a skeleton. A skeleton in the coffin? Right on its chest, you find a badge with a jester's hat etched into it. This is it. You get the jester's badge. I guess you try this way now? The door here has been hacked into tiny pieces. You press onward. The door here is a unique carving of a knight's helm with two swords beneath it. Wonder who's so special to get into this room. You turn the doorknob, but the door is locked. Damn it. You reach the center of the building. 3 paths branch out from where you stand. One path leads down a dark flight of stairs. If this place is anything like the castle in the stories, going down here would be where the knights would keep their prisoners. The path ahead is blocked. The lone skeleton leans against the blockade. He appears to be holding something in his hands. A key with a leaf shaped on its end. You got the leaf key. I guess it goes here? Or is it there? It looks like a mess hall. The long table stretches from one end of the room to the other. There are several bottles on the table that still contain some kind of liquid. You pick up a bottle and uncork it. Bringing your snout close to your mouth of the bottle, you sniff the contents of the water. It smells like beer? But this thing must have been here for hundreds of years. How can it not go bad? You're tempted to take a sip. You bring the bottle close to your lips, but then push it away. No, I could get some weird sickness. But then, you bring it close, and then push it away again. No, Eyvind, don't! The bottle tempts you. You find your real power breaking. There's this. I'm thirsty. You take a swig from the bottle, and you're pleasantly surprised that it tastes like regular beer. Not bad. Guess I'll take some for the road. You get 2 beer. We're possessed by a ghost, get boozy. You enter a large space with nothing much inside. 2 targets are placed across the room, and you see broken training dummies lying on the floor. It must have been the training room for the knights. Looking around, you find nothing of importance. There are several beds inside the room. They all look unkept, as though the owners were in a hurry when they left and never came back. You look around the beds and manage to find a few bags of coins. Get coins. I guess we keep going this way? It seems here is the way to the prison. Wait, I thought the prison was the other way. You head down to the prison area. Well, how about this way? And as a hallway, you see a large door with a broken sign on top of it that writes library. To your left, the path leads to 2 other rooms. Yep, mouse. You enter the room with 3 beds next to each other. Looking around, you find nothing of importance except for another diary under one of the beds. There's one entry. It reads, I surrender. There's no curing the king's ailment. His mind is lost, and so are the lives of my former colleagues. I will join my colleagues in the hiding room. My only concern is where the other library key has disappeared to. I remember I had it last in the room in front of the Queen's quarters. There's nothing left to be found in this room. Before you enter this room, a dark figure emerges from the ground and attacks you. Help me. Okay, by punching you. Holy fist! And then now we wait. Oh, maybe we should wait, heal, and then wait some more. 298. I mean, we don't know how long we're gonna be here. And just, you know, getting our MP back. Okay, that seems to be doing a bit more damage. Seems to be doing just 1 damage. Holy fist! Six, you get ectoplasm. As the way you're out to the room, there's a strange pattern on the floor. Some kind of demon circle? Random items are placed around the circle. A skull, a dagger, and a few potions. Talk about disturbing. You pick the potions and bowl their room. You find 1 bottle of HP and 1 bottle of MP. It looks like the door is locked. Over the doorknob, there's a picture of a wig. Let's go to this one over here. Door is locked. Just above the door, the symbol of a leaf. You open the door with the leaf key. The moment the door opens, your nose wrinkles from the musty stench coming from it. Stepping inside, you notice layers of dust line the shelves. Across from the doorway, you notice a figure of a person sprawled on the floor. You quickly pull your torch upwards to illuminate the person. It's a skeleton! A skeleton in a haunted place full of skeletons? Around the body are a few bundles of rope and unlit torches. Poor guy, getting trapped here all alone. You pick up the items, find 2 ropes, torches, and 1 bottle of HP. Did we do this one? Lion? Okay. I guess library. Oh, right, it was locked. You tread carefully down the flight of stairs. The damp walls and musky smell of the lower level airs plays havoc with your senses. With every step taken, you swear that you can hear another pair echoing from behind. However, you are met with nothing when you turn your head back. You quicken your pace when you catch sight at the bottom of the staircase. Suddenly, your breath turns cold and something hits you hard in the back of your head. Your vision blurs, and you fall. Well, that's not good. Well, I think that's a good time to call it. Woo-woo. So, that's going to be the end of this Let's Play. So, please comment, because I like comments, empty like, dislike, tips, tricks, otherwise. If you like my YouTube and like to see it grow, then please like, subscribe, and check out other videos to help it grow. And please remember to spay and to do your animals that we can do with the pet population. And if you want to play this game, it's available free on itch.io. But if you want to support the people that make this game and or get the news version earlier, you can go to Patreon, where it's $3 a month. And until next time, another Let's Play. I'm me, the GamerWolfSix of Tavern. So thanks and see ya.